been waiting for that, hasn't it?
Yeah, 3 years.
Look at that. That's awesome.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Leupold's Dream Season Live. We have another action-packed episode this week. On this week's episode, we are going to join up with father and son duo Vernon and Brandon Quandt as they wrap up their season in Illinois. They've had an incredible season thus far, and they end it in no better way than delivering 3 epic hunts on 3 awesome bucks. Myself and the rest of the team have had some great success in this late season. Those hunts are going to be on next week's episode with the season finale. As always, we'd like to thank you guys for watching another episode of Leupold's Dream Season Live.
This episode of DoD TV is brought to you by the new specially designed, lightweight, and durable Tenzing Hang Time Day Pack. Go further, hunt longer, Tenzing.
All right, everyone. If you've watched any of the previous episodes, you've seen Jason and I have had a pretty great November. I was able to wrap my first tag around a 150-inch 9-pointer, and Jason was able to tag out second gun season here in Illinois on a great 10-pointer. But now it's time to get my dad in front of the camera and for me to step behind it. He's been working hard all year, hasn't had a lot of time to go hunting. We had some really good encounters on the first weekend that we went out. On a couple of our hit listers, we got really close, wasn't able to seal the deal, but you know, just being able to go hunting with my dad, something that I cherish very much. I really enjoy it. We don't get to go hunting together a lot anymore, but growing up, the knowledge that I have from the outdoors and the passion and the success that I've had has come from everything that I've learned from him. And it's just great to be able to go sit in a blind and share these hunts with him.
Well, my first time in the blind, 2022. It's November 14th. That's my first hunt of the season. And the wind's correct tonight. And if Zombie shows up and we can get good footage of him, I'll probably take him. And we'll see what else we've got back here. We've got another wide rack 10. And if he shows up, he might get taken also. But don't know. First night hunting, I don't have that itchy a trigger finger, and just want to sit back and enjoy it. It's fun to watch, buddy. Fun to watch. It's a 9-point, isn't it? That is so pretty. I'm so happy to be here. Yeah, there's deer over there. Oh God, the big one by the cedar tree.
That's the Big 10.
So that's the one you got right there, right? He's the one that's got the doe, isn't he?
Yeah. It's definitely thing 1 for sure. Alright, they're making their way down the edge here.
I see her now.
Gosh dang it.
It's all right. You'll be okay. Where'd he go? To the ladder stand.
He's walking down in the holler.
What a night, Brandon.
Gosh dang it.
What a night. And it ain't over. I get snuck up on here real quick.
I thought she was gonna come down that freaking edge.
Well, it's okay.
Alright, here we are, last day of Illinois' first shotgun season. Dad and I are going to shake it up a little bit. We have been hunting a deer behind the home plot, the 7-pointer and the 10, but we got some MRI from a piece that we call the Promised Land. 2 really good bucks showed up, one last night at 1:30 a.m. and one this morning at 8:30 a.m. So we're going to give it a shot in here tonight. We're going to maybe put the doe decoy out when we get there. We got a south-southwest wind. DeerCast says good. Hopefully tonight will be the night.
We walk straight into blind.
He's getting closer.
No, when he gets in range, we'll tell.
I'm pretty sure it's him because it looks like he's got a kicker off his right G2, and I think that's what the Big 8 had.
He's walking pretty good clip, isn't he?
Yeah, he's already made it over 1,000 yards.
He is a big deer.
I can't. I don't have no more light.
And that right side, it's him. It's tilted in. That's him.
That's the big one.
I think it is. I'm pretty sure. He's tall and tilted in.
After that weekend, I started getting a really good pattern on a massive 8-pointer on a piece of property that we call the prairie. I had decided that this was going to be the buck that I wanted to try to tag out on.
Well, back in here tonight after that massive 8, we got another overcast day. Conditions aren't really the greatest, but we've been seeing a lot of movement, a lot of chasing, so hopefully that continues tonight. Yesterday I had a lot of deer come out a lot earlier than expected. 3:45, 4 o'clock, had that deer that I call Junkie come out. Hopefully tonight we'll be able to lay eyes on him.
Well, it's first day of second season. I think it's December 1st. It got colder. It's a little colder today. So hopefully it works out. Well, my 8-pointer just stepped out of the field about 600 yards west of us out here in the open. Kind of the way he came the other night. He's angling this way, so hopefully he'll keep on coming. Here we are set up on in our blind, December 2nd, evening hunt. Moved blinds. We moved a little further west. The deer we've been after the last several times has come past this blind. He was here last night real early, and it was a lot calmer, sunny evening. Tonight the wind is 20-25 mile an hour and blowing hard out of the south. We're overlooking a little holler here where they can come out in and feed in and be kind of below the wind. We've got pretty good shooting lane here, and I've got the 350 Legend. We're going to see what we can do about it tonight. It's him.
Is it?
I seen a fork G2.
Okay, wait. Just be patient.
I am. I gotta get my gun up. Is that him?
Yeah.
He's looking at us.
Don't move.
I'm not. You tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready, whenever.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
Good job. Good shot.
The last 2 or 3 times we've seen him, he's just been all by himself, wandering through the field, looking around, and we sit up here and the doe comes out and he's with the doe. That was kind of cool. He was 60 yards maybe. Give me a great shot, angled just a tad bit away. I mean, he is toast. This was fun. Tonight was a little bit shaky. I didn't think we were going to see anything.
That's him.
That's him. That's cool. That was fun.
Is that him?
Yes, him. Oh my word.
Oh,
my word.
good night.
Oh my
He's
word.
a lot bigger than I thought he was.
Oh my word. Oh my God, he's got a forked eye guard. And he's got a drop here. Well, as you can see, we were successful here this evening. This is the second day of second shotgun season here in Southern Illinois. We've had quite a little history with this deer this year. The last night of first season of gun season, we had him come in and it was just too late. We went in there last night and he was down on the other end of the field, just stayed away from us the whole evening, cut in, and then so we went in there tonight, later and later, and we finally got some deer movement, and then a few seconds after that, we seen a doe come out of the holler, and he was behind her, and he presented us with probably a 60, 65 yard shot when the 350 Legend did its job. Had just great experience, great fun, and hope you guys enjoy the video as much as I enjoyed doing it.
Well, December the 2nd, Dad was finally able to get it to come together. After having this deer so close, first gun season, and not having any camera light left, it was great to see his patience pay off, and little did we know this was going to be the start of his success this year. After Dad's gun kill, I was back on the grind of trying to get a shot at that massive 8-pointer in the prairie. I had a few slow days, but I was still getting lots of pictures of him, and on December the 8th, I had great conditions. DeerCast said good, but I had the wrong wind to hunt the 8. So on a whim, I decided to go back to the home plot where I hadn't hunted in a month in hopes to see the 7-pointer that I'd been chasing for 3 years that started out as a big 6.
Wow, we had 2 shooters come out. A wide 8-pointer and the big 6, which is the one that we were after tonight. Alright, it's December 22nd. Got a southeast wind. We're going after the big 6. Last night we got pictures of the big 6 coming out to the corn plot about 4:45. It's January 7th. This morning at 6:30, the 6-pointer was in this plot. I think we got a good chance that he's going to show up. One of my target bucks from last year that I called the big 6, he's actually a 7-pointer, but he's out here in this field. This is the first time that I've seen him since last year, but that's the 6, that's a 7 now. And there's another 6-pointer behind him. All right, yeah, so I have history with that deer that's in the front for 3 years. I never got the job done last year. I never had a single opportunity at him, but he's made it another year, so. All right, so here are the sheds from that deer. I have him in the Jeep because I haven't taken him out yet, but here's the 7th point, and here's the 6-point side. Jeez. Gosh dang it.
It's all right. You'll be okay. Where'd he go? To the ladder stand.
He's walking down the holler. All right, well, I'm headed back to the home plot tonight. It is November the 8th. We have been getting pictures finally of Half Rack. He's been missing since the 18th, which was the first day of shotgun season.
Showed back up on the 5th at 2 a.m. So we made it through both firearm seasons. It's been in here only of a night, but tonight we're headed into the muddy east-northeast wind, and DeerCast says good. So hopefully if this little drizzle lets up, it'll get him up on his feet.
Is the big 7. That's thing 1 right there. The deer I call thing 1, the 7-pointer. He's just came to the edge of the woods. He's making his way in here. The 2 Forkies are coming in right now, and he sees them, so maybe that'll give him some incentive here to come out with them. Man, look at deer. There's a deer. 37 yards right there. Oh, hit him a tad back. He's just standing there. Gosh dang it. Alright, well, I made a poor shot. I hit him too far back. I just looked at the footage. I definitely hit him in the stomach, so that sucks. That's unfortunate. But, man, I feel terrible that I made such a poor shot.
Alright, so we've waited the minimum amount of time for a liver and stomach shot. We're kind of being a little risky here because I have to leave on a family event here this next morning. I'd like to give him 15, 16 hours. Like I said, I can't. So we're going to go right where I last seen him go into the woods, and I lost sight of him. As you see my arrow start to come into the frame, he's taking a step with his back legs, and I think the shot was a tad back to begin with, and with him taking that step, he rolled him a little bit forward some more, and that caused it to be a little bit more farther back, a few more inches. But we're going to try to find him this morning. That way we can get it done before I have to leave. I see the white belly.
Easy. Ooh, Yankees.
Been a long wait for that, hasn't it? Yeah, 3 years. All right, well, here ends a 3-year quest on this 7-pointer. He started out 2 years ago as a 6-pointer. I had a couple encounters with him, and I skirted the edge of the cornfield at like 65 yards. And then, so he made it through 2020, 2021, rolls along, and he threw on this G3 on this left side. He never did get an opportunity. He was just very, very cautious. You saw him come in tonight when I shot him, and he looked in the corn for forever down that path that we have made. But he actually went into the corn and finally came out through it. So The shot was a little far back, like I said. It's not something that I'm very proud of. And luckily, we found him. Very fortunate that we got him and bucked out here in Illinois. And I thank the Lord that we found him.
Well, standing here next to the back-to-back morel target, and because we do so much traveling and we go from farm to farm, you know, it's not uncommon to set this thing out wherever you want to in the yard. Well, the old adage, aim small, miss small, may apply. And on this thing, because on this end, these dots are all so much smaller, stay in tune all season long and try and start targeting these smaller dots. It's made of the flex back self-healing foam, which is one of the most impressive targets I've seen as long as we've been doing this, and I'm talking decades. So this is the absolute greatest target we've been around, regardless whether you're shooting practice tips, mechanical, fixed blade, it doesn't matter. Give this one a try. This is one I think you'll be impressed with.
I really thought this deer was gonna slip through the cracks yet again this year. This was the third year that we had him on our hit list. He's been one of the hardest deer that we've hunted. It always just seemed like he had a sixth sense about him, knowing just to stay right out of range. And to see him come in and make a mistake, it was almost unreal. But now that I'm tagged out, it's time to shift our focus back to that massive 8-pointer in the prairie. Still getting them on a really good pattern, a lot of daylight pictures of him. So we decided to move a blind in on a trailer in hopes that Dad would get a shot at him. It wasn't a week after I shot the 7-pointer, we finally had the right wind to go back in there, and on the first night, we had high expectations.
Well, we just got everything set up here in the blind, and we've been waiting patiently for the correct wind direction. We have it tonight out of the south-southwest. This deer has been on camera here 3 out of 4 nights, I believe, in a row. Brandon hunted this deer with a bow out of a tree stand here for several days. I had some encounters with him, and he left on vacation for 3 or 4 days over the weekend. Jason and I moved this blind in here, got it all secured. So this is our first time setting in it, but he's an old deer, big, heavy old deer body, big body. And I believe he's got an injury to one of his eyes. And, but hopefully everything will turn out, and we'll get a stab at him tonight. What's his eye look like?
I don't think you can see very well.
He's 57.
Do I need to open this vertical window?
What if he gets closer?
Looks like his right eye is completely shut.
I thought it looked weird in my scope, but I couldn't tell. I can shoot out that north one though. He's getting closer.
How far?
50. That's 50 right there. Okay, get ready. Here goes. Smoked him. Smoked him. Smoked him. Dang, perfect. He runs the Jeep.
He did.
Oh, nice shot. Nice shot.
I was solid as a rock, man. He didn't drop or nothing, did he?
No.
That arrow just went right that heart level. It went.
think so.
You see the blood when he was running?
No. Did
I
you?
thought I'd seen some. I thought I did. Maybe it was wishful thinking.
Oh.
Well, you can see all kinds of blood on it already.
Yeah.
It's the blood.
Yeah, that looks good.
It's the blood like that. It's gotta be hard.
That's a dead deer, right?
That's a dead
I'd
deer.
say you stiff as a board by now.
That's a dead deer. Hey, Jason. I see horns.
There's blood right there.
Thank you, buddy.
Yeah.
Thanks for all the cameras and the scouting. That is a massive son of a gun. Cow. Look at that. Look at that. That's awesome. Holy smokes. Man, this thing is massive.
I told you.
Wow.
As you can see, we were successful here this evening on a really nice, big, massive 8-pointer. And Brandon hunted him for a little while with a bow out of a tree stand, and had a few contacts with him, and just never was able to put it together. Didn't come close enough. But tonight he showed up, and then he didn't quite come close enough, and then he worked his way in and give us a really good shot. It was a little bit further than we'd wanted to take it, but pretty confident with the mission crossbow, and it took him out. He went around the corner out of sight, and we just got him picked up here. He went about 60 yards, maybe 65 after the hit.
Yeah, so the last week or so we'd been getting this deer on camera. I think the earliest was 3:45. A couple days later he was in here at 4 o'clock, and then once at 4:20. And so once we missed that mark, I was kind of thinking it wasn't going to happen tonight, but then he looked up and said there's antlers coming through the brush, and there he was. And super happy for you, and very blessed to have end our season on a high note like this.
Well, I tell you what, your 7-pointer that you killed last week was the hardest deer we probably ever hunted. And this one tonight, you know, you go from extremely tough to this seemed extremely easy, but it's not like that. We've had a really good year. If it wouldn't be for Brandon and Jason and all the food plot work that they do, this would not be possible at all. So I'm really proud. My son, really glad he's around here taking care of some of this. And Jason, he does a great job with us as well. And I wouldn't want to be without either one of them.
Well, we've had a lot of fun sharing our season with you this year. We've been very blessed to have the opportunities to tag out. It's definitely going to be one year to remember. We've got a lot of off-season work ahead of us. Hopefully within the next couple of months, we'll be finding a few sheds. But we hope you enjoyed these hunts. And as always, thank you for watching Leupold's Dream Season Live.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that episode. Huge congrats to Brandon and Vernon. You know, what an incredible season the Quandts have had between Jason, Brandon, and Vernon. 6 tags filled in just the matter of one season. You know, that's something we all dream of. But be sure to stay tuned next week. We got a special one coming for you guys. It's the season finale. We're gonna have 5 epic hunts in there, including Isaac Powell, Kirk Hendershot, Brody Hatcher, Tyler Arnold, and myself. I was finally able to fill my Iowa bow tag with just 2 days of season left, and boy, did that one feel good. But stay tuned for that, and we appreciate you guys watching another episode of Leupold's Dream Season Live.
We're adding new videos every week, so make sure to click that subscribe button and check out all of our amazing content. This episode of DoD TV was brought to you by Leupold.